What's changing inside their heart right now that you possibly cannot see at this point? Because see, sometimes biggest changes don't happen in someone's words. They happen quietly deep within inside your heart. So today we are not asking if they'll text you what they'll do next, but what are the changes that are happening internally here. So let's begin. We have Ace of Cups to begin with. So see, emotionally, see, their heart is beginning to open in a way that wasn't there before, because if you see, the cup is rising above the surface here. They're allowing themselves to feel the emotions they may have suppressed for a long time. It was all buried under this water. It is rising up slowly. This softer, more vulnerable side is emerging here. This feels like the beginning of emotional healing rather than an end of a story here. See, a new emotional chapter is quietly beginning inside of them, is what I see with this. The realization they're beginning to have here is that the value of stability, loyalty, security, emotional security. King of Pentacles is where they're beginning to understand the real love is built through consistency, not just feelings. Your presence may now represent something much more meaningful than once it did. Their priorities seem to be becoming more mature. They're starting to understand what truly matters in a lasting relationship. If you want to build this King of Pentacles energy, you need to be mature here. We have Five of Cups. See, the inner battles are still there. The ones that they are struggling with is where they do carry regret over whatever has happened. They are somewhere stuck there as well, a little bit, if not entirely. Part of them keeps looking back instead of moving forward. That is a struggle here. They're grieving the missed opportunities or the words left unsaid or whatever was lost, whatever was done, spoken, not spoken. Healing has started, but they're not completely there yet. Their biggest battle isn't with you, it's with their own regrets here, because they know they could have done better, but well, they chose not to. Seven of Cups. See, your absence has forced them to think differently. Some illusions, fantasies, they're beginning to fade. There were too many things that they had in their mind. They are fading. They're questioning what they truly want instead of simply feeling comfortable, because they're seeing this connection from a much clearer space right now. Distance has brought clarity where confusion once existed here. We have justice. Something they can't ignore is justice. See, this is where they can no longer ignore their role in what happened. Accountability is becoming harder to avoid. They understand that every choice has a consequence. You know, they seem to be seeking fairness. There has to be balance here, um, both within themselves and with you. So they're finally kind of facing truths they have avoided for a long time. Now we have King of Cups. Um, See, they're learning to express emotions instead of hiding them. Emotional control is slowly replacing emotional suppression. Um, they're becoming more emotionally available. Um, and coincidentally, I created something on emotional unavailability today. This feels like, someone learning that vulnerability isn't weakness. So they're slowly letting go of those emotional walls here. So this is something that they have been struggling to let go of, the emotional walls. That's something that they are kind of finally ready to do at this point. Queen of Pentacles. See, the biggest shift in their heart is where they are craving warmth, peace, security, genuine partnership here. Their heart seems, drawn towards emotional safety rather than uncertainty. And we had King of Pentacles earlier, and now we have Queen of Pentacles. So somewhere there is also a sense of divine partnership. in this reading here. They value care, comfort, and someone who feels like home. Their definition of love is becoming more grounded here. Their heart is looking for something real, something steady, something nurturing. Now we have Ace of Wands. See, the inner change creates the desire to take action. And new conversations or fresh opportunities may begin to appear here is what I see. You see, this seems like somebody has this magic wand. They just want to, create something with it. They seem more willing to take initiative than what they were before. This energy often, marks beginning of some sort of movement. So what's changing inside them is beginning to show on the outside, even if it's in a small, subtle way. Now, what's unfolding next between the two of you is Empress. See, Empress is where the connection has the potential to grow into a healthier direction. The emotional understanding, mutual respect can increase. There's a strong energy for healing and rebuilding trust here. Whatever unfolds next feels gentler, than whatever you've experienced before. So the energy ahead is one of growth rather than conflict here. And now the truth that your soul needs to hear today is the Tower. See, stop being afraid of change. Sometimes what falls apart is simply making way for something new, something better, something that belongs in your life. Don't build your self worth around someone else's ability to choose you. Your value existed long before this connection or this person came into your life. The strongest version of you is the one who stops chasing clarity from others and starts trusting it within yourself. If someone's meant to walk beside you, they won't require you to shrink. They will not require you to beg or abandon your self respect to keep them. See, your life is bigger than one relationship, and your future is bigger than your current uncertainty. See, the universe wants you to remember this. Your power has never been in waiting for someone else to change. Your power has always been in becoming the person who knows their worth, stands in their truth, and trusts what is meant for them is going to find them. I hope this gave you some clarity. Thank you for watching.